Hey everyone, today I will be sharing my reflective vlog about my teaching simulation experience with the use of Gibbs reflective cycle. This reflection focuses on my journey as a pre-service teacher, the challenges I encountered, the lessons I learned, the improvements I want to make as a future and an aspiring English teacher. First is the description of my experience. During my teaching simulation, I was tasked to prepare a lesson plan based on the Matatag curriculum and conduct a teaching demonstration within an allotted time. At first, I found the process very difficult because I was still unfamiliar with the Matatag curriculum. I struggled in making the lesson plan because I was confused about the format, the flow of the activities, and how to align the objectives with the competencies. Aside from that, there were also many other schools tasks that I have to finish at the same time, and that made the preparation more stressful. Another challenge was recording the teaching demonstration because there were no real students to interact with, so it was difficult to make the lesson look natural and realistic in the video. Second is my feelings during the process. Honestly, I felt nervous, pressured, and overwhelmed while preparing for the demonstration. As a pre-service teacher, I doubted myself many times because I felt that I lacked enough knowledge and experience in teaching. I was worried because about the time limit because I did not know how to fit the lesson parts in only 12 minutes to 15 minutes. So during the actual demonstration, I become conscious about my delivery, my speaking skills, and whether I was teaching effectively or not. However, despite the pressure, I also felt motivated because I knew this experience would help me grow as a future teacher. To cope with the stress, I slowly read and reviewed my lessons many times until I understood it better. Through practice and repetition, I became more confident and my video delivery became smoother. Third is the evaluation of my experience. One thing that went well during my simulation was my effort and determination to finish the task despite the difficulties. I believe that I was able to explain the lesson clearly and organize the activities properly. The use of the 7 E's instructional model also helped me guide to flow of my lesson and made the activities more engaging and learner-centered. However, I also realized many weaknesses in my performance. My time management was not effective because my demonstration exceeded the allotted time. I also struggled with confidence and classroom interaction because there were no real students present during the recording. Sometimes I feel like I was still a student, just acting as a teacher instead of a real professional teacher. But at the same time, this experience also allowed me to see the responsibilities and challenges that real teachers face every day. Fourth is the analysis of my experience in connection to the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, specifically Article 4, a teacher and the profession. The article emphasized that teachers must continuously improve themselves professionally and maintain high standards of competence and dedication. I realized that being a teacher is not only about teaching lessons, but also about being prepared, responsible, patient, and committed to a lifelong learning. My struggles during the simulation showed me that I still need to improve my knowledge, teaching strategies, and confidence. However, the experience also taught me the importance of perseverance and self improvement. Even though I made mistakes, I learned that these challenges are part of becoming a better and more effective teacher in the future. In conclusion, looking back on my teaching simulation, I realized that there were many things I could have done better. I have I could have practiced my lesson delivery more so that I could manage my time properly and stay within the required minutes. I also could have prepared more creative strategies and interactive activities to make the lesson more engaging. Additionally, I should have studied the Matatag curriculum more carefully to better understand its structures and expectations. Even though the process was stressful, it became a valuable learning experience because it helped me to discover both my strengths and my weaknesses as a future English teacher. Lastly, my action plan. If I were to enter a real DepEd private school classroom tomorrow, the first thing that I would improve is my confidence and the classroom management skills. I want to learn how to communicate more effectively with my students and create a more interactive and engaging learning environment. I would also continue studying different teaching strategies and lesson planning techniques to become more prepared and more organized. Most importantly, I want to improve my time management so I can balance lesson discussions, activities, student participation, and self management. I also want that teaching is a continuous learning process, and I am willing to grow, improve, and adapt to become a competent and passionate teacher someday. Thank you for listening to my reflective vlog. This experience may have been challenging, but it taught me valuable lessons that I will carry with me as I continue my journey in teaching profession.